Hi, I'm Mark Karten with Karten Real Estate Services in Queens, New York, and I want to thank you for joining me for another one of my weekly YouTube videos answering the most frequently asked questions by Queens homeowners. Now, if you're thinking about selling your home, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions specifically tailored to you rather than just a generic answer that I give on these videos. So today's question is, how much money do you keep when selling your home? And that's a really good question because that's the whole reason why you're selling your home, is to get the most amount of money in the least amount of time. That is the catchphrase of all real estate agents everywhere said around the world. So in Queens specifically, there are three different types of sales, basically. You can either sell your house, you can sell your condo, or you can sell your co-op. And each one of those sales has different costs involved. So I will tell you that the least amount of cost to you as a homeowner is when you sell a house, a single or a two-family home. And then it gets progressively a little bit more expensive when you sell a condo. There's different fees involved. And then when you sell a co-op, it's actually the most amount of money. So what I want to do is just really a quick overview to tell you what your potential costs are. And then we can talk one-on-one specifically about your home. Okay, so of course, this is not a closing cost, but it is a cost if you have a mortgage. So whatever your sales price is, the first thing we have to do is pay off the mortgage. So that's not a closing cost, that is just a cost. Now, the money that's remaining past paying off the mortgage. So if you own your home free and clear, that's fantastic, all the more money in your pocket. But after that, here are the costs that everyone's going to incur. Okay, well, I take that back. If you're not using a real estate agent, if you're selling your home to a friend or a family member, or if you're doing it for sale by owner, and that's a whole other subject, which I will talk about in the future, then out of those situations, you're not going to pay a commission to a real estate agent. Otherwise, you are. So real estate commission, that is the biggest cost. And that is going to range anywhere from, let's say, 3 to 6%, depending on the agent, the brokerage, the service that they're providing you, the amount of experience they have, their expertise, and whatever marketing they're going to employ. Different levels of marketing cost different amounts of money. And that will be a cost ultimately that you bear. So commission. That goes for all types of sales. Then for a house, you're talking about New York City transfer tax, okay? So on homes above 500,000, that is going to be 1.425% of the purchase price. Don't worry about the calculations. Now, let all this information just wash over you. When I speak to you about your specific home, I will give you what's called a net sheet, or an estimated seller's closing cost sheet, okay? That's going to detail all this out. I just want you to hear the terms so that you're aware of what you're up against as far as costs, so it's not a surprise at the end. So New York City transfer tax, then there's New York State transfer tax, which is $4 per thousand of the purchase price. Then there's your attorney's fee. So you have an attorney that represents you. They usually charge 0.5% per $1,000. That's an ish, but that gives you a ballpark. Then you're going to pay a deed transfer fee, and then you're going to pay an ACRIS fee. ACRIS is the New York City database to where it shows all transactions and all documents. So those costs are going to be about $200 to $250. Depending on the type of property that you're selling. Okay, so all of that, you're looking at about 8%, including the commission, 8% of the purchase price. That's an ish. That's for a house. Now, for a condo, again, remember, you got to pay off your mortgage if you have one. Then you've got your commission, same thing. Then you've got your New York City transfer tax, your New York State transfer tax, your attorney's fee. But now this depends on your building. You're going to have to pay a move-out deposit. You're going to have to pay a move-out fee. And then you're going to have to pay, most likely, a managing agent fee. So all of those bumps it up a little bit higher. They're minor costs, but it's still going to be a couple of more $1,000. So it's still a little bit over 8%, but not quite 9%. So of the overall purchase price. Then we come to co-ops. And so co-ops, once again, you're going to pay off your mortgage, and then you're going to pay your commission, and then you are going to pay potentially a flip tax. The flip tax can be per size of the apartment, per dollar amount, per number of shares. They're calculated different ways. So that could be 1 to 1.5% of the purchase price. Then you're going to pay your move-out deposit fee. You're going to pay your move-out fee. You're going to pay, I'm reading a list because it's a lot of things. Your co-op attorney's fee, the other attorney, right, for the co-op, their fee, a UCC3 termination fee, a non-deed transfer fee. That's rather than the residential transfer fee that you would on a house or a condo. And then you're going to pay a co-op stock transfer fee. So for a co-op, your closing costs overall are going to edge up closer to 10% of the purchase price. So there you have it. These are all generalities because, again, it's different for the building and what their costs are. So flip tax can be, depending on the market, negotiated between buyer and seller. Costs usually are, a lot of times, buyers, when they really want your property, are willing to pick up some of these costs. But overall, these are, in general, the costs that you're going to incur. I hope that's helpful. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, email, text me, whatever makes you comfortable. Any way you look at it, I wish you the best of luck on the sale of your home and on to your next adventure. Thanks, and have a great day.